what?
Thief.
Okay, what's the raccoon doing? Stealing the cat food.
He's a thief.
So normally I wouldn't promote you being a thief, but in this game, we are going to be a thief. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's look at the setup of this game. Not that we're playing this today, but did I play Switch with y'all the other day?
Yes.
Okay, I hear no and yes, but you probably remember it from last year. The only reason I'm asking you is because we're going to basically do the same kind of setup that we do for Switch, which you can see we have 4 poly spots in a squared shape. Now, unlike Switch, instead of putting a poly spot in the middle, we're going to actually put 8 beanbags in the middle of the square. If you look over to your right, you can see a yellow poly spot square with beanbags in it. And on the other side of the pavilion, in a few minutes, you'll be able to see the orange square. So we're going to have 2 different games going at the same time. Okay? So there's our beanbags in the middle. And then we're going to try to put groups of 2, maybe 3 at the poly spots, just depending on what the numbers look like. Okay?
Okay.
Now, there's your setup right there. What's going to happen is on go, or when the music starts, the first person from each poly spot will grab 1 beanbag from the middle. Okay, so you can see they're taking off. Once they get that beanbag, they're going to bring it back to their poly spot, place it on top of it, and then of course finally they are going to what? Go to the end. Okay, now their partners in the real game are not just going to stand there, but you get the idea. They took their turn, they're at the end. We still have 4 beanbags left in the middle because we started with 8, which means now the second person is going to repeat exactly what they just did. So now how many beanbags do we have in the middle?
2.
We have 0 because each team has 2 beanbags at their poly spot. Now comes the time that we need to be thieves. Because what you have to do is once all the bags in the middle are gone, okay, you need to steal from any of the other what?
3.
So there's 3 other teams that you can steal from. So you can see now the first person, it's their turn again. There's nothing left in the middle, so they're taking off to any team they want. They can go corner to corner, they can go side to side, they can get their neighbor, it really doesn't matter. Now once they do that, of course, as before, you can see they pick up their beanbag, put it on the poly spot, and go to the what? So now we're back to the second person in line. They're just going to repeat and do the exact same thing. So it's going to keep going and going and going. We are constantly stealing from other poly spots, but after about 30 seconds, okay, or 40, whatever the number is, I'll stop the music, and then of course, at that time, the team with the most beanbags, what color poly spot is that?
Red.
That means that the red team is the winner because they got the most. I'm about to do questions in just a second. Now, rules of this game. Okay, do not what? This game is so fast, the beanbags are going to get stolen constantly. Just get used to it because that's the whole point of the game. We cannot guard people from getting our bags, okay? And then, of course, we can't hide the beanbags either. That would be cheating, and this would definitely be cheating. So we're not putting them under anything, okay? You're not stuffing them in your pockets. You're just leaving them on the poly spot because they belong to everybody else. And please take what? Okay, y'all know this. I mean, it's everything we do. Usually in here, the magic number is 1. Take 1, take your turn, this and that. again. Be honest. Okay. Very good. Who has 2 beanbags? Who has 3? Who has 100? Who has 4? Who has 5? 3 and 4, do your happy dance. Vanishing beanbags. Now, what we're going to do in this game is we still have all the beanbags back in the middle of the square, except this time we're going to remove how many?
3.
We're going to remove 3. Now, actually, as that happens, some of the kids already removed 2 for us. So we're going to actually leave 6 beanbags in the middle, not 5. We'll have 1 extra one. Now, what's going to happen, in a few minutes, everybody is going to perform a locomotor movement, like skipping, or galloping, or running, or crawling. I'm going to pick different ones around the square. Let me ask you a question. Are they inside the poly spots or outside?
Outside.
Okay, please stay outside your poly spots. If you're going inside, it looks like you're cheating and trying to get too close to the beanbags. Now, what's going to happen is the music's going to be on while you're doing this. So everybody moves outside the poly spots. When I turn off the music and blow my whistle, that means it's time for you to immediately run to the middle and try to put your foot on top of one of the beanbags that are in there. Now, how many people in that picture does not have a beanbag? How many?
1.
Only 1. You can see her right there. So all you have to do is put your foot on it. We don't have to dive like it's a swimming pool.
No, it's not.
Okay? Yeah, we're not hugging the beanbag. You literally place 1 foot. If you see somebody's foot is already there, try to move on to another one. Unfortunately, 2 of you, or 3 of you, or 4 of you may not get a beanbag. No big deal. Just do a quick little thing. Thank you so much for not pushing people off the beanbag. That was rude. Okay, if you don't have a beanbag, happy jumping jacks. Go.
Can we do our happy dance?
Oh, I'd love for you to do your happy dance. Okay, this time when you hear the music, you're going to be outside the square. You're galloping. Go. Rock, paper, scissors over there.